Hello, and welcome to the Memory Card. Today, we're here to talk about Kamiko, an indie game on Nintendo Switch that you should not pass up. This game was released back in April, and it was a bit of a surprise for me. I really enjoy indie games, but on the Wii U and 3DS, I had a lot of trouble finding very many indie games that would really grab my attention. However, the reviews and first impressions I saw for Kamiko were really good, which is great because us Nintendo Switch owners can really use more great games to play on the system. I bought my Nintendo Switch on the midnight launch, and I've been loving my time with the console so far, and one thing that Nintendo's been doing very well with this console is releasing a steady stream of compelling indie titles in between the bigger releases, like in between Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and ARMS and games like that. And what sold me initially on Kamiko was in the trailers and reviews was the music in this game. There isn't a huge number of songs in this soundtrack, but all the ones that are in this game fit the scene really well, all the different settings of the levels, and they're all very catchy. And I really like the visuals in this game as well, despite how overused the retro 8-bit style has been in indie games over the past few years. And luckily, the art style in this game adds to the 8-bit visual style with some very interesting designs with bosses and environments that makes this game a lot more visually distinct than a lot of other those retro 8-bit indie games. Aside from the stellar music in Kamiko, this game also differentiates itself from other games by being heavily inspired by Japanese Shinto beliefs. Kamiko is not only the title of the game, but also that of the main character. And as the Kamiko, you are a priestess that is tasked to fight the demons that have infested the lands, and you're to break the seal on all the Torii gates in each level. And there are little puzzles to solve in each level, but none of them were overly difficult. And in all these different levels you can upgrade your health and magic, and the magic is dropped by enemies as you kill them, and it fuels your special attacks, but it also is used as a currency to open up doors and break those seals on the gates, which also helps as a save functionality in those levels. And after you cleanse all the gates in a level, the levels are punctuated by very fun boss fights that might take a couple tries to beat. I know at least that was the case for me. Since Kamiko is a $5 indie title, it's fairly short, as one might expect. However, this game is very replayable due to having 3 different priestesses that can be chosen at the start of a new playthrough, and the game also lets you have 3 saves, so it's even more encouraged to do at least 3 playthroughs to get the full experience with all the different characters. And the different characters all feel very distinct from each other and provide unique gameplay throughout their different primary special attacks. On my first playthrough I chose the sword-wielding priestess, and on my second playthrough I did the archer, and I'd be hard-pressed to choose a favorite character to play as so far, although I might be leaning towards the sword-wielding priestess. I don't remember the names. This is a very fun indie game that I think was worth the price for me, and I really enjoyed my time playing it and definitely felt compelled to do multiple playthroughs of this fairly brief game because of how fun it is. Kamiko's focus on Shinto beliefs adds a lot of flair to this game and makes it more unique and memorable than it might have been without that theme in it. And if you've got a Nintendo Switch and looking for more great indie games to play, I would definitely recommend checking out Kamiko.